Akhirnya. Akhirnya bener juga. Tapi chatnya chat. Oke. Chatnya disconnect. Kita tes dulu. Oke. Selamat malam. Bentar gue mabuk. Oke. Halo buat yang nonton. Terima kasih sudah menonton. Awkward banget, maaf ya. Ini kedengaran nggak? Iya, yang tadi macet macet chatnya. Jadi nggak ke N sih, gue N sendiri. Tapi intinya macet. Terus kayak bikin baru, maaf ya. Maklum baru kedua kalinya. Dan streaming di YouTube tuh jauh lebih ribet dari apapun. Ini kedengeran kan ya? Ini kedengeran kan? Asumsi iya deh. Kita resinnya penuh. Udah keluar semua. Sama story-storynya udah keluar semua. Oke, siap. Belum pada quest. Aku juga belum semua sih. Penuh. Kita buang kemana? Stres banget resin. Halo Kak C6 Bennett. Apa rasanya punya C6 Bennett? Buset, gede banget ya lagi. Kayak apa ya? Kita pakai yang gampang. Eventnya lucu-lucu. Dan primo game-nya banyak banget. Kayak Hoyoverse baik banget kali ini. Satu event kayak 70-100 primo game. Terus bisa tukar primo game dari shopnya kayak. Belum pernah terjadi. Yang ditanya kenapa nge-farm domain ini nggak tahu. Ilmu kali-kali kepake. Sakit. Gue cukup lagi main di PC. Ya ampun. Jangan ilfil ya, lihat gua main.
Illusion shattered. Here you are.
Ini delay banget ya live streamnya. Dor. Nggak pernah membahagiakan. Wangi banget.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Let's play turn a little. Stop fighting.
Kenapa sih mereka galak? Kita suka. Nah, kalau ada di spiral habis gimana? Bego. Gue boleh ngomong bego nggak sih? Au. Astaga, belum pakai. Ini alih hitam juga. Alay banget.
Grow.
I didn't
Ih, mati.
foresee this.
Al hitam IM kayaknya sebenarnya 200-300 udah cukup, cuma emang gue kelebihan IM. Ya sebenarnya makin gede makin bagus sih. Mati guys, memalukan. Tapi banyak yang al hitamnya IM-nya kayak 200-300 gitu udah sakit juga sih. Capek banget lihat artifact. Capek. Ini al hitam mati mulu lagi. Ayam gua boros bener. Maaf ya kalau balas chatnya telat, soalnya kayaknya di
Shine down. One with nature. Fallen leaves adorn my night.
Make yourselves at home.
Here you are.
Ya ampun.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Everyone hold hands.
Jangan mati. Kayak mau farm di put yang gampang tapi kayak bosen. Hari-hari di put. Mau farm sini musuhnya. Oh, lock dulu aja. Mau farm di sini musuhnya susah. Apa kabar viral abis? Ya kenapa nih?
Hey, share my knowledge.
A process of elimination.
Ini buff domainnya apa sih?
Flicker.
Waras nih.
Everyone hold hands.
Illusion shattered.
Nggak mati dia. Kasar banget. Bagus gak sih? Kita lock dulu aja. Siapa tahu keluar crit damage. Oke, udah nah. Ya gak terlalu banget pala. Kalian loading ini tuh lama banget gak sih? Apa gua doang? Sangat membagongkan. Lagunya aku mati ya? Kecilan. Kita next. Aduh.
There have been many poorly written applications lately. I guess I'll just have to reject them all.
Mana lagu All Hate Them? Event. Nah, event. Begitu jauh. Ini deket kali. Bennett. Sebentar. Habis loading. Lama banget loadingnya, buset. Ini Bennett saya. Tidak spesial tapi ya nggak jelek juga sih. Oke lah, karena kebetulan dapet senjatanya. IR segini. Tapi ini pakai, oh ini udah nggak pakai IR sense sih. Tapi pas di spiral abis emang Jadi agak setiap rotasi gitu. Ya setiap rotasi sih, tapi mesti nge-skill lagi. Betul, Aquila. Hoki aja dapat Aquila. Artenya pakai nobles. Nggak bagus-bagus amat sih, tapi ya cari yang ada IR atau nggak ada AHP aja. Ini 18,1, IR 9,1. Oh, pakai sense IR. Lah, tapi gue kira udah gue ganti. Artefaknya HP semua sih kecuali sense IR. Sama circlet-nya healing bonus. Ini udah lama banget nggak pernah gue ganti build-nya. C5. Kalau dapat satu lagi stres banget. Sama-sama. Lumayan banget sih kalau pakai Aquila. Coba ada Calamity Queller versi pedang ya. Imba banget kali Bennett. Ini di mana sih eventnya? Event tuh versi 4. Yuk, satu lagi. Oh, goblok. Teleport. Makasih. Masih mencoba untuk lebih baik. Cuma bingung juga sih kalau bikin guide yang full gitu kan. Sebenarnya Genshin kayak udah lama gitu adanya. Jadi kayak mungkin nggak relevan banget buat kebanyakan player ini malah buat. Cuma ya jadi kayak seneng-seneng juga bikin guide. Meskipun bukan yang paling jago juga gitu. Kok ini dia tiba-tiba nongol sekarang? Difficulty-nya naik. Di bawah. Di subscribe ya kak, jangan lupa. Kalau ada request mau minta bikin guide, ya ampun, ada request mau minta bikin guide apa, bilang aja nanti kalau terkenankan oleh waktu dan kalau punya karakternya. Yang di Twitch baru banget mulai sih sebenarnya, jadi ya, gue juga paling suka event ini. Kayak santuy tapi lucu. Dan primo gamenya lumayan. Ya, gak punya kokomi gue. Nabung buat Furina. Padahal pengen banget sih. Tepatnya sih kalah off-red ya. Iya sih bener. Kokomi kalau off-red, kalahnya ke siapa coba? Kecing. Emosi banget, main kecing aja nggak pernah dapet kecing, tuh mau ngapain? No offense tuh kecing beans. Tapi gua, iklan. Tapi gue nggak pernah main kecing aja. Tahan dulu guide-nya. Iya sih, at least sampai Rayosli atau Nuvilet keluar kali ya. Sebenarnya Zhongli aja nggak tahu kayak bakal cocok atau enggak di Fontaine karena bingung gitu. Kayak Fontaine banyakan kitnya ngurangin darah, kayak skillnya ngurangin darah. Terus tapi Zhongli tuh kayak nggak tahu, kayak nggak butuh gitu jadinya. Mungkin butuh buat supaya nggak cepet mati karena darahnya udah ngurang, atau mungkin lebih ke maintain darahnya. Guide abis, bisa dicoba meskipun gue bukan pro-nya juga sih. Ya tapi so far aman sih, 12 bintang, 36 bintang. Meskipun kalau lihat live yang sebelumnya menyedihkan banget. Aduh, ini quest yang mana ya? Yang bunuh-bunuh ya? Gak males. Kloran belum ada info ya? Paling patch kan 41 udah jelas, Rayosli sama Nuvilet. Terus habis itu pasti Furina. Kalau ngelihat tren kan dulu Nahida juga di patch ketiga. Mungkin habis itu, Al-Hitam juga. Al-Hitam juga lama keluarnya kan. Padahal dia nongol dari awal banget. Dehya juga. Udah nongolnya lama, jelek nih. Ya ampun, kesetrum mati sendiri. Lah banyak musuhnya ya. Ini apaan sih? Ih, sakit.
Shine down into the wind.
43 bareng Raiden. Menarik, sama-sama elektro dong. Ya, tapi kan masih ada 2 karakter lagi. Ya ampun, masalah bener sih. Tolong.
Here you are.
Telat lagi.
Illusion shattered.
Ya berenang dia, kurang tinggi. Woi. Bener aja. Aduh, capek banget
Shine
Nahida.
down.
Ya ampun, pendek betul.
What a drag. Well now.
Udah, jangan mati. Enak ambil keluaran apa Raiden? Raiden enak banget sih, jujur. Raiden di build jadi apapun bisa gitu. Tapi ya mungkin pas kalau emang patchnya barengan ya bisa dipikirin pas patchnya pas kitnya udah keluar sih, jadi nggak apa-apa lah. Tapi Raiden enak banget nih, gue saking cupunya gue ganti karakter.
Want me to come along?
Xiao. Gue banyak banget karakter yang gak punya, guys. Ada 15 apa. Dan sedih kalau dilihat. Bulan yang baru-baru keluar ini pada punya.
Quietly now.
Bisa dibilang gitu, kayak selang-seling sih Raiden atau Nahida tuh kayak yang pasti dipakai. Ya ampun, ini udah kebal sama air, kebal sama angin. Tapi keluaran tuh emang menarik banget sih.
The Temple of Wisdom.
There is no escape. Game's up. Time's over.
Raiden tuh
Take it
enaknya
easy.
dijadiin apa juga bisa gitu.
Take it easy.
Apalagi kalau punya spear yang bagus ya. Spear lagi, pole arm. Kalau punya pole arm bagus, aman banget
Shine
hidup pakai
down.
Raiden.
One with nature. Saw threats. There is into the wind. Time to go.
Hati-hati kayak deh ya, misalnya bagus.
Shine down.
I see everything.
The wind knows me. Now you shall perish.
Kelar guys, painful. Tapi Dehya kacau sih. Ya meskipun kalau gue pribadi sih nggak gitu pengen ngambil Dehya karena emang nggak gitu suka desainnya. Tapi kan orang-orang banyak yang suka ya, dan banyak juga yang kecewa. Tapi katanya mungkin Dehya, pernah ada rumor kayak Dehya mungkin dibuatnya buat patch Fontaine gitu. Tapi yang nggak ada yang tahu juga. Dah, salah orang. Gak nyampe lagi.
One with nature.
Nah, mana dah? Gak bakat banget ngambil begini. Itu di mana ya? Ya, saya bodoh Baginda. Aduh, itu apaan sih? Iya, nggak mau dapet deh ya. Mau Tiknari susah banget dapet Tiknari, dapetnya ya Kecing, ya Cici, ya Mona, ya Diluc. Udah C1 semua.
Wind strider.
Sangat faedah.
Things are about to get dicey.
Bener sih, tapi kayaknya Bennett cepet. Orang-orang berubah opini terhadap Bennett tuh lumayan cepet. Dia nggak sampai
Here comes the catch.
sampai jeleknya lama banget.
Illusion shattered.
Grow.
Tapi Bennett kan bisa buat semua karakter
There is no escape.
kayak curang.
Make yourselves at home.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
Commit to memory.
Enaknya Yelan pakai aqua tuh bener gini charge-nya
I see everything.
selalu nggak bisa satu lokasi.
One with wind and cloud.
Bener sih, ya mungkin Dehya bisa kayak Cookie. Nasibnya berubah banget Cookie.
Game's up. Game's over.
Ini udah. Lah lanjutannya mana? Wih, ini mana sih? Oh ya ampun. Jauh betul. Duh, kapan Fontaine ini 100%? Boleh add aja kak. Nanti aku accept.
Gotcha.
Everyone hold hands.
wind knows me.
Suka deh sama lagu berantemnya Fontaine. Gak bikin stres.
I see everything.
Illusion shattered.
Kelar. Duh, painful banget kan. Mulai main Genshin sebenarnya belum lama. Kayak baru. Buset, dari awal banget ya, Bang. Baru setahun lebih aku sih. Bener-bener. Dulu main Ragnarok, terus habis itu pensi Ragnarok. HSR kemarin sempet coba karena kan rame banget ya dan mirip banget sama Genshin. Cuma kayaknya nggak into ke apa namanya turn based, kayak bosen. Kayak nggak asik gitu, kayak kita nggak bisa ngontrol karakternya. Kalau Genshin kan kayak bener-bener kalau cupu ya cupu gitu kan. Ya nggak tahu sih HSR mungkin ada kayak gitunya. Sepuh Rizky. Gue mau masih AR 58. Baru setahun. Tapi literally Genshin ini racun banget sih. Oh, jadi bikin account setahun tapi dianggurin gitu. Tuh biasa aku juga. Jadi pas Genshin keluar itu kayak rame banget kan. Terus nyoba download, terus login dong. Terus kayak apaan nih game wibu. Terus kayak bye gitu, gue main Ragnarok aja. Terus kayak abis pensi Ragnarok kan main Mobile Legends. Terus main Mobile Legends kayak stres gitu, bukannya happy ya. Stres tiap rank, sakit perut, mules, grogi, mau ngerank. Terus akhirnya pensi Mobile Legends baru main Genshin. Halo Kak Woboy. Kita jumpa lagi.
Bagian dari pengalaman berbelanja.
Ini iklan mulu.
Membuat pelanggan tetap bersemangat dan tertarik dengan penawaran.
Arma cepet banget Kak, ke 50 tuh cepat. Ke 55 sih oke lah. Dari 55 ke 56, wow. Kena mental. Apa? Oh ini Cherubic Hair. Terlalu warna-warni kontennya. Primo Game. Nggak apa-apa kakek. Ini bisa beli semua harusnya ya. AR45 berarti baru mulai farm artifak dong. Masih seru banget ngeliatin artifak yang jarang memuaskan. Dari dulu kayak pas AR45 tuh langsung farm Viridescent kan, karena kebetulan dulu karakter limited pertama yang gue punya itu Kazuha. Terus kayak langsung farm Viridescent, gak dapet IM Goblet satupun. Kakek senyum. Enggak ah. Iya ada ini. Kakek Sugiono apa kabar? Jangan komentar, nggak boleh. Ntar nggak boleh ngomongin lagi. Ya ketahuan dong, gue skip doang. Cleaning service. Paimon nih. Nah, gue baru kali ini ya main Genshin pakai bahasa Indo dan ternyata epic banget. Kayak se-epic itu bahasa Indonesianya Paimon. Astaga. Gue nge-set streaming ini buat child sih. Oh, mau nyari sih itu yang lawan robot kagak mati-mati. Enggak sih, lebih pengen kalau karakter yang lama sebenarnya lebih pengen Hutao. Kalau child kayak akan banyak karakter air lain yang akan keluar, jadi mungkin gue prioritasin yang itu. Tapi kayak kalau Hutao kayak pengen gitu punya DPS Pyro. Kenapa dia tepuk tangan terus sih? Iya, Hutao vaporize gitu kan. Terus HP-nya ngurang kayak. Mumpung udah punya pole armnya juga. Bentar, Raiden pakai apa? Pusing. Primo game yang sangat limited tapi banyak banget karakter yang gue pengen. Tapi kalau The Catch tuh ntar Xiangling pakai apa gitu. Kayak never ending effect, kayak domino effect.
Halo, perkenalkan saya Febrian atau biasa dikenal sebagai Wortel Mas. Saya adalah salah satu konten kreator di YouTube. Saya bermain game FPS.
Oke, kita kumpulin dulu questnya aja. Apa yang bisa kita kerjain? Nah, kerjain di new dulu dah. Aku suka Primo game. Ih, nggak mau. Tidak.
Sorry, I bumped into the Traveler and Charlotte en route, and we ended up chatting for a while.
It's been a while, Lynette.
Dapat apa tuh hidden questnya?
Temporary assistance
Oh,
in the investigation of the Phantom Weasel.
menarik.
Thank you. It's good to have you help.
Ya, lupa kasih makan ikan.
So, what's the situation? Have you seen Gemma?
Nope. I've been here a while, and she still hasn't shown up.
Suka banget sama Lynette.
How bizarre. Maybe it was bad intel. Well, we won't get anywhere by standing around waiting. Traveler, Paimon, let's go ask around.
Kak Rizky udah semua questnya.
Excuse
Tampaknya
me,
sudah
good sir.
veteran dan tahu
You
semua
mean
quest.
Caesar's fiance? Sure I do. What's this about?
Ini nyari itu ya,
I'm
kayak
just
kayak
trying to
kokit
get a
gitu.
hold of her because I need her help with something. I heard she comes here a lot.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing.
Buset.
It's no secret why either. She's heartsick.
Emang cuma ada dua tipe
Ever
orang
since
sih, yang
Caesar
langsung
passed
ngabisin
away, she's
semua,
been
atau
coming
yang
here
kayak
once every
di
week to
hoarding
clean his
aja,
grave.
terus nggak dikerja-kerjain.
Often she just sits there in front of his headstone, Lost in thought. Sometimes she talks to
Tapi
herself.
untungnya kayak cuma 3
I
area,
asked her what she
jadi
was doing
kayaknya
once.
harusnya
She said
100%-nya
she
masih
wanted to speak to
oke
him
lah.
again.
Dan Chasti
She
Fontaine
knows
kayaknya
he's
banyak
gone
banget.
and can't hear her from the grave, but she just likes to spend time there, telling her fiance all about how her life is going.
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away? Oh, so 10 years. Wow. Their love must have been really strong.
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who
Mending
still
dulu
thinks
Lynette
about
apa
him after all
Sucrose?
these years.
Sucrose sih.
I don't know if the mind
Lynette-
lives on in the waters after death, but if it does,
Lynette nggak nge-buff
I'm sure
karakter
Caesar must be
lain.
grateful to have
Kalau
someone who
Sucrose
remembers him
nge-buff
fondly.
karakter lain.
If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma.
Kalau Sucrose kan masih
Fiancé
ada,
was a low-life
apalagi
crook.
kalau C6-nya dia
Doesn't
kan akan
deserve someone like her.
nge-boost elemental.
Anyway, all of that said, she's
Elemental
running later
damage
than
kan.
usual today.
Jadi
Normally she'd be-
in a
well,
way ya
that's
Sucrose
everything I
lebih
know, I'm
oke,
afraid.
cuma
Might have more luck asking some other
Lynette lebih lucu aja.
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this with us. We'll keep asking around.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on
Gue
one
explore
day.
desert, ada desert lagi. Desert, explore desert stres banget. Ya. Apalagi nggak ada map bawah tanah kayak sekarang. Duh, nightmare. Gacha patch ini
They're saying the Phantom Weasel.
enggak sih,
You're kidding.
ya iseng-iseng kayak cuma 15 wish gitu.
I don't know anymore. Also,
Tapi nggak-
but what if? Just hypothetically.
Nggak pengen dapat lini
What
juga sih
if
sebenarnya,
this
dan
weasel's
Yelan
the
udah punya
real
juga dan
deal
C1-nya
and
belum
Caesar
butuh lah.
was framed.
Called it.
Senjata juga
Seriously, 10
belum
years
butuh
ago, on
sih.
the day it all went down, I said to myself,
Dan lagi
"You
garanti,
know what?
jadi kayak
This guy's
harus
been set up. The Caesar I knew was a
benar-benar
good guy. He gave balloons to
ngeliat
children on the
buat
street, for
siapa.
Pete's sake. What, are we supposed to believe that he was a balloon thief or something? Give me a break.
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all, "Oh, that gosh darn lousy son of a, you think you know a guy," or words to that effect.
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Ini pada
Hello
gacha nggak?
there.
Pada gacha
Sorry
lini
for
Yelan
disturbing
atau
you, but I
weaponnya nggak?
couldn't help
Weaponnya
but
kan bagus
notice you
banget tuh
discussing the Phantom
buat
Weasel.
bow.
We're
Bisa.
actually quite interested in this topic as well, but we're struggling to get to the bottom of it. Do you think you could spare a moment to tell us a little bit about Caesar?
You've come to the
Sulit
right
ya.
people. Yep.
Arkon iya wajib
I was
gacha
there.
Arkon. Maksudnya
Back when Caesar used to perform magic tricks on the street.
gue personally
He
gue
was a
emang
great
hoarding
magician.
Arkon.
The best
Fenty
trick
aja
I
gue
ever saw
roll
him
gitu
do
kan.
was pop a transparent
No offense,
balloon,
Fenty.
only for a whole bunch
Fenty
of
aja
doves
gua
to
roll
fly out
gitu.
from the inside. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of
Cuma
me,
kalau
I still don't have the
Metal
faintest
versus
clue how
Bandung
to
nih nggak
pull it
tahu.
off. Really
galau nih,
incredible
soalnya
stuff.
kayak Prayosli mau
I saw
keluar
him
dan
perform too. He always
Kacau
used to bring
sih,
some gifts
kacau.
along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done.
kayak Arkon pertama doang yang salah.
Sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes
Tapi itu pun
down,
sebenarnya
and
bagus
then
sih,
he'd make
Fenty
the
bagus,
items on the
cuma
wish list appear in his
conditional
next show.
banget aja. Dan gue kemarin coba tes Fenty di domain artefak
But
yang
after he
Fontaine
died,
ini,
there were
nggak
also
kesedot
rumors
musuhnya,
that
terus
he
kayak
used the wish list to
lagi-lagi
find out what was
bubar gitu
precious
kan.
to people, with the
Paling
intent
cuma bisa
to
pakai
steal
Fenty
it
di
later.
lantai 11
As I'm sure
mentok-mentok.
you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything from
Tapi kalau
anyone.
nggak punya Yelan,
Whatever the case, now that the weasel is back,
nggak punya
Caesar's
Yelan,
become a hot topic
itu
once more.
worth banget sih buat Yelan. I mean, menurut gue
I
mungkin
bet
Yelan
Gemma
itu
must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after all this time.
ya buat yang nonton
No,
video
speak of the devil.
gue yang top 7,
That's her
Yelan
over
itu
there.
di atas Zhongli.
If you've
Jadi
got
kayak,
any more questions about
karena kan
Caesar,
gue belum bisa
she's
ngomong ya
definitely
kalau
the one to ask.
Luvillet atau Rayosli gimana. Tapi for sure Yelan di atas Zhongli. Jadi Yelan oke banget.
Gemma.
Apalagi kalau C6-nya.
Is it just Paimon or does
Apa
it
aja
look
di solo
like
sama dia.
something's wrong?
Serem banget, suka lihat showcase
It
damage
looks like
yang
she's injured. Come on,
solo
let's see if
Yelan
she's okay.
atau enggak solo Wanderer itu kayak itu monster itu. Yelan sama Wanderer itu. Gemma.
Hi there. You're Gemma, right?
Sedih banget mukanya.
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. mean no harm. It looks like you're injured. How bad is it?
Thanks for your concern. But you didn't answer
Nanti
my
kalau
question.
90 black hole-nya lebih
Who
kuat.
are you? What do you want?
To be honest, gue gak berasa sih.
My name is Linny, and this is my
Sebelum
sister
ini kan
Lynette.
kayak Fenty gue baru banget gue 90-in. Terus kemarinan pas 80 ya nyedot-nyedot juga sih. Cuma kalau misalnya yang apa sih Asimon kecil itu
The
yang
Weasel
biasa
posted a
bertiga
warning letter this
respawnnya,
morning.
itu masih bisa kesedot
If he
sih
still
level 80
lives,
pun.
that means that Caesar was falsely accused.
Tapi level
You knew Caesar better
90
than anyone else.
musuh Fountain tuh nggak kesedot
So, if
kecuali
you're
yang
willing,
laba-laba
we'd love to
kecil
hear what
gitu
you
itu
think
masih
about
bisa.
all this.
Tapi kalau yang orang
I
itu
promise you can trust us.
enggak.
We won't hurt you. In fact,
Kemarin
we'll do
coba
all
sih
we
enggak
can
ya.
to keep.
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
Huh. I suspected
Phantom
as
Weasel.
much. Okay, so
Nggak
going back
diterjemahin
10 years,
Phantom Weasel.
do you remember anything
Weasel artinya apa
strange
ya?
in the weeks leading up to the accident? Did Caesar have a falling out with anyone, for instance?
No, not that I know of.
Weasel. Lah, translationnya ke bahasa
Got it.
Prancis.
All right. Sorry for disturbing you.
Musang bayangan.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone with him.
Yelan. Dulu galau-galau juga sih mau Yelan, soalnya kan bener-bener sama persis kayak Singju. Cuma ternyata damage-nya kayak
Definitely knows something.
ngeri,
That's
bisa
fair.
2 kali.
We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started
Lagi pakai
questioning
aku
her
nggak?
about things that happened a whole decade ago.
Kebetulan dapat aku aja
It
juga.
makes sense that she'd be wary around us. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day. Meet me outside Hotel de Boer tomorrow, and then we'll start the next step of our plan.
Ada yang udah coba ini nggak? Crystal Flight Trap. Gue kena tipu. Gue kira ini kayak parameter transformation yang tinggal ditungguin, ntar dia keluar. Jadi kayak gue tungguin 15 menit di spot yang sama. Buat sadar kalau itu ternyata seminggu. Nangkep Crystal Fly seminggu. Ya cuma-cuma sih, tapi kayak kenapa? Ya terus kayak seminggu. Tadinya mikir apa karena spawnnya dalam kota, jadi mungkin Crystal Fly-nya nggak ada. Gue mau ngapain sih? Tapi kan 30 kan batu kan 10 toh. Ini jam berapa? Oh, jam 8. Genshin nih kayak nggak ngasih aba-aba gitu loh, kayak ditunggu ya seminggu gitu, atau ngasih
Over
tapi
here.
gue nggak baca.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. They should be at a cafe right now. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us.
Juga lagunya Ayato.
So, we need a contingency plan.
Mulai dari mana ya?
Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo, Caesar's former pupil and assistant. When Caesar passed away,
Iya, kayaknya
all the
emang
stolen
Yelan
goods
tuh
discovered in his home
paling
were
enaknya tuh karena dia
confiscated and
scaling
returned to their
murni dari
rightful
HP sih,
owners.
jadi mau kasih
But Lorenzo was the
attack
only
juga
one
bodo
privy to
amat
all
gitu
his
kan.
magic secrets, and
Yelan gue
he
attacknya
inherited his craft.
1100 tapi damage-nya
For
bagus.
long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town,
Dan-
his fame surpassing
tapi
even that of his
emang
master, and it
RNG
made
tuh
him
gitu ya.
very wealthy. He
Kalau
since left
butuh
the magic
HP,
scene, though,
nggak
and
pernah
these
dapet.
days he's a wealthy businessman
Kayak
with
nyari
his
emblem
fingers in
HP
a lot of
sampai
different pies.
4.0
I had to
juga
pull a lot
masih
of
harus
strings,
strongbox.
but I managed to get him to agree
Nggak
to a couple of
wajar.
drinks with me. Be warned.
Dia nggak butuh nongol HP, udah kayak kecoa, bisa tahu kita takut. Jalan buat akun awal kurang ya. Kurangnya gimana? Menurutku sih bagus-bagus aja ya, mau di awal pun, karena damage-nya bagus banget gitu. Apalagi di awal, apalagi Yelan juga bisa pakai weapon yang dapat dari banner biasa kan, kayak
You neglected to mention that you were
mungkin
bringing
bisa
two
pakai
other people with you.
Sakri
My
gitu.
apologies. These two are my assistants.
Oh, maksudnya mentok
When they
level
heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged and pleaded with me to
Kalau
bring them
level
along.
40 ya.
And if it's no trouble,
Tapi kan
a
level
couple of
worldnya
autographs
juga
would really
nggak
make
tinggi,
it.
jadi harusnya oke lah.
Forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Then equalize your subject.
Kalau level worldnya nggak tinggi kan, karakternya juga nggak harus tinggi-tinggi banget.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but looks pretty happy about when he's stroking his ego.
I only agreed
Udah
to
tahu
meet since we're
ceritanya
both
sebelumnya atau
magicians.
baru tahu pas
Do me
ngerjain?
a favor and cut to the chase. I have more important things to do than drinking.
Much obliged, sir. As it happens, the matter I
Materialnya
want to address is
disasar.
also related to magic.
Maaf tidak tahu.
Yesterday morning,
Tidak
a
ingat.
warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the
Materialnya apa ya?
entrance to the Opera House.
Apa ya, Lan?
He claims
Oh,
to be
yang
planning
itu ya?
something for the same evening that I'm scheduled to do a magic show there. As
Yang
such, I believe that I may well
kayak-
be his target. I have to get to the bottom of this
Namanya?
to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally,
Kayak
any
warrior-warrior
investigation
gitu ya?
into the Weasel starts with a few questions about Caesar.
What is there
Tapi kan
to
sekali drop
investigate?
banyak.
Caesar was the weasel
Cacing
and he's been
Alaska.
dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing. Are you trying to tell me you actually bought it?
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do concede that a copycat is but one possibility.
Possibility? It's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is
harusnya kan
limited, so listen carefully while I'm still
Ada
willing
otak
to put
berarti
up
belum
with you.
Fontaine ya, tapi udah tahu
The
ceritanya
weasel
belum. Gue takut
is
spoiler.
dead. Period. Everyone knows that, so do
Cacing
yourself a
Alaska.
favor and
Iya,
quit
iya.
this investigation. It'll
Benar,
lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your
Lupa
magic
banget,
show
udah
in
lama.
any way, I will personally compensate you for any losses.
Semangat.
Oh,
Rasa
sir,
nggak jauh kok
honored,
dari
really.
Lie.
But this isn't about finances for me. My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo.
Ini nggak murni free to
Copycat
play.
or not, this
Disclaimer.
person has thrown me the gauntlet,
Nggak murni
and I
free to
must meet
play.
their challenge
Tapi
head
buat
on.
karakter emang wangi.
Your
Jadi
pride?
dari
Don't
Saino
mince words with me, boy.
sampai-
Just tell me what exactly are you seeking to
sebelum
do?
Al-Hitam apa ya?
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's
Dari
true
Saino sampai
identity.
sebelum Al-Hitam
I
nggak
have to
pernah
know for myself what really
kalah
happened 10
50-50 buat
years ago.
karakter.
What would that accomplish?
Tapi kalau weapon,
And what are the events of 10
nggak pernah
years ago
menang.
have to do with you anyway?
Bay nggak pernah
Look,
menang tuh
you of
bukan
all people should know
wish,
that a magician never
bukan bintang 5
reveals their
pertama
secrets.
kalah terus habis itu
And
menang.
in any case, dead men
Ya benar-benar harus sampai
talk.
fate point-nya
So if
penuh
you really
baru
care
dapat
about your
weaponnya.
magician's pride, then you'll forget about Caesar and move on.
Capek banget kalau weapon. Makanya kayak tiap kali mau gacha weapon kayak harus yang bagus-bagus banget. Iya, scam banget sih weapon.
Lorenzo? Is that?
Kayak terakhir gacha weapon
you?
baru
I
deh.
know that big
Baru.
booming voice anywhere. What's up, my man? Wanna grab a drink with me?
Another day.
Tapi
I'm
kalau
busy.
misalnya weaponnya bagus kayak dulu pas Hutau sama Yelan, terus weaponnya Homa sama Aqua itu menurut gue masih oke buat di gacha. Meskipun tetap scam ya, karena nggak tahu bakal dapat
If I
apa.
wanted your life advice, I'd
Kalau
ask
dapatnya
for it.
Skyward
Get
Spine
out
ya.
of my face and go be
Skyward
drunk
apa?
somewhere else.
Yang Claymore
Sorry,
stress
my
banget.
good sir. I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey!
Berbicara dari pengalaman.
Edmondo.
Terus kemarin
He and
yang
I are business
Freedom
pals.
Sword
We
sama
worked
Luffy
together a
juga
bunch of
kan.
times. This is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always
Senjata
like
langit
this.
emang
Foul mouth and
yang dibuang ke
hard
langit.
nose. Never heard a kind word out of this guy the whole time I've
Terakhir
known
gacha dapat Skyward.
And he
Bahkan nggak tahu
wonders
namanya
why
apa ya,
he can't
lupa.
get a
Abis
girl
dapet nggak pernah gue buka-buka lagi,
despite
sampel.
being, what, pushing 40,
Skyward
30 something.
itu yang Claymore.
Hey, point is,
Bete
a
banget.
lot older than when he
Mending
first
kalau
got
dapetnya harp ya.
rejected by the girl he was into. And is still into, from what I hear.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out of you and you can forget about doing business with me ever again.
Galak banget
Do I make
Lorenzo.
myself clear?
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink. All right, I'm gonna leave. Don't work too hard.
think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Mungkin hidupnya nggak happy, guys. Bad moodnya.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular
Orang itu
fashion.
aneh.
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your losses? Why would someone you just met make an offer like that? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little suspicious, but this guy's definitely covering something up.
I think so too. We need to look into Lorenzo more closely. That guy
Iya,
Armando
story
seems to know a
Lini.
thing or two about
Nggak
him.
apa-apa ya.
He only just left. Let's see if we can catch up with him.
Stres banget lihat quest numpuk di sidebar. Di luar. WC bentar, guys.
Sick, right? ¿Te gusta?
Story Lini ada lore Fatui nggak ya? Wah, belum tahu. Sejauh ini belum ada sih, tapi kayaknya masih jauh dari kelar. Achievement. Kebetulan lumayan rajin nyari achievement. Nggak kebetulan
You
sih,
okay
emang
there?
lihat aja.
Who are you?
Tapi ya belum 900 belum
you
bisa dibilang
guys.
banyak lah.
Don't
Maksudnya
worry
belum
about
bisa
me. I must
dibilang
have had one too many.
wow
I
gitu.
just need to ride it out.
Area juga belum
I
semua
said
100%.
way too much back there, didn't
Mau
I?
100% dan
Yeah,
Liu
talked
kayak
myself into complete financial ruin.
capek duluan.
Note to self, no more
Kemana-mana
drunken chats when
mencatin
Lorenzo's around.
Resonance Stone
So
kagak ada
he
yang
was
nemu.
serious about threatening to cut you off? Ugh, Paimon knew he was a bad egg.
Hey! Keep your voice down. Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs. Bad things happen to people who ask too many questions or make an enemy out of them.
What kind of bad things?
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to cut this conversation short. I'm not crossing that line again. And take it from me, trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. You saw him flare up back there. I don't know what you said to him, but clearly it touched a nerve. That's not a good sign. You're too young for this. Don't get in over your head. I'm leaving.
And there he goes.
I think we're being watched. Someone was listening in to our
Jelas
whole
banget, cuy.
conversation. Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards. We better take this elsewhere.
Itu bukan itu ya? Apa? Spina di Rosula. Iya, spy tapi gitu. Kagak dipecatnya. Pas jalanin story-nya terus pas gua tahu Lini Fatui, kaget banget. Terus kata orang-orang kayak udah jelas dia Fatui, terus gue kayak kenapa jelas? Kenapa? Ya di trailer ada Arlecchino sih, cuma kayak kita kira apa sih gitu.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out and introduce yourselves?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister? Ain't she with you
Wajah
today?
mulus.
Save
Bahasa
us the
Inggrisnya
trouble
apa?
and go fetch her for us. Let's
Fair
not drag
skin.
this out.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister. Who sent you, huh?
Paimon di belakang
Save your
doang,
questions,
beraninya.
Missy. You ain't gonna need answers where you're going. Capiche?
Tadi pakai Fatui Emblem.
Looks like we can't avoid this fight.
Aku tidak tahu.
Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Tapi bahasa ini paling epic sih. Ya lagi Archon Quest dikatain halu. Woi, di gimana cara pakainya? Salah.
Shine down!
Kecil banget damage-nya.
Curses. Tougher than we thought. Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady. Come on, let's scram!
Heran. Gak pernah sih nemu game yang translation Indonya kayak Genshin. Epic banget. Apa Ninian sama Vivian? Gue belum lawan yang satunya. Ninian ya, nggak tahu deh. Yang mana? Tapi gampang sih, punya Zhongli semua selesai. Nggak usah ngedodge, nggak usah ngapa-ngapain. Bener-bener jadi
She should be more willing to
bikin
open
skill
up to us
issue.
when she learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the cafe and see if we can get any information from her.
Iya, yang HP 3 juta. Pakai Zhongli aman. Tinggal pasang shield aja terus ya attack aja kayak biasa. Paling gampang pakai Hyper Bloom gampang. Pakai Vaporize juga gampang. Ntar di pull aja. Babang John Lee. Atau mau pull child atau mau save buat yang lain. Kenapa diem-dieman ini?
Gemma?
Linet lah disuruh nemenin
You
orang.
again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and we gave them a taste of their own medicine. So, you can relax now. We're here to protect you.
What?
Ya, cuma 5 menit lah lawannya.
I didn't tell you anything. Why would they come after you?
Sounds like they're no strangers to you.
Ini Zhongli bener-bener bikin dodge issue.
I know them all too well. And I hate
Gue dapet Zhongli di version 3 kan, which is belum lama dari main tuh. Main kan mulai version 26.
They show up and warn me
Dapet
not to
Zhongli,
do anything
mana-mana pakai Zhongli. Terus kayak
How do I know
spiral
I can
abis aja nggak
trust
bisa karena nggak bisa ngedodge.
Do you really think you can get to the bottom of it all? And why are you doing
Iya,
this?
mobile player.
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you
Ternyata yang
this.
bikin beda
I
mobile
will expose the Phantom
mobile
Weasel's
sama
true
PC
identity.
itu kamera rotationnya sih.
Because you see,
Kayak di
this is
mobile
a
tuh
personal matter
muter
of the
kamera harus
utmost
pakai jempol
importance.
sebelah
Like if
sini
you
kan
were
udah suruh nge-skill,
Trust.
suruh attack, suruh muter kamera kan bingung.
How can I help you?
Ya pakai telunjuk bisa juga sih.
I've heard that
Cuma
Caesar used to have a
kalau
magic
pakai
workshop where
PC
he
kan
kept a
tinggal
lot of
muter
his
pakai mouse
personal
dan
effects.
jauh lebih cepet
If
di PC
possible,
gitu kamera
I'd like to take a
rotationnya.
look at
Jadi
them.
makanya itu yang bikin
Do you
susah
know where it
ngedodge di
is?
mobile.
The fleu de cendre. But
Fleu
the
de
place
cendre.
was sealed up by the police after his death, and
Nih,
no one's been there since.
Ruchika.
I also know that the fleu de cendre is dangerous territory. Lots of hostile groups lurking
Kalau
around.
pengisi suaranya nggak bisa ngomong
If you're
bahasa Prancis
serious about
gimana?
going there, please be careful.
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care of Gemma. Don't let her come to harm.
Got it. But if I'm staying here, I'm ordering dessert.
I mean, bon appetit. But stay sharp, too. They're likely to come for you while I'm away.
Okay. Alright. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
Dulu juga sempat main sampai AR berapa ya? Mungkin 50-an pakai ROG 2. Panas betul. Terus udah sering bocor gara-gara dibuat main Mobile Legend. Dan super nge-lag. Dan itu kayak baru version berapa coba? Version 2 awal. 3 awal.
Take it easy.
Oh, ROG 56 juga panas ya. Siapa tahu kan kayak canggih gitu. Mahal banget tapi sekarang ROG nggak wajar. Ini kemana? Oh.
If Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Looks like these boxes are blocking the entrance. Let's shift them away first.
Mungkin update.
There we go.
dua kali update. Dua kali update tuh dua area, 2 region atau 2 version. Ini ada 3 chest. Info menarik. Ini kan gratis lini ya, udah pakai ini aja.
What they do this time?
Kita ambil aman aja. Ada skill issue. Enggak lah 2, tapi iya sih mereka expand. Kayaknya salah satu yang bikin Genshin gede banget tuh mereka kan language in game-nya banyak banget. Kayak ada, gue tahu mungkin 20 bahasa kali, dan semuanya tuh udah di pre-download gitu sama Genshin. Kemarin gue lihat nih gimana? Oh.
So this was Caesar's workshop.
Kemarin kayak di pre-download gitu. Udah di pre-download semua sama Genshin. Jadi kan kalau mau ganti bahasa tuh instan kan, nggak usah kayak reload. Nggak usah download dulu. Ini pakai PC. Baru banget pindah ke PC. Bentar ya guys. Konsen dulu. Serang boneka saat muncul. Siap. 15 menit kan udah bisa setrika baju. ROG sih.
And voila.
Ternyata kalau nggak crit, chill sekali.
Look, the doll in the box is glowing.
Ya ampun. Aku kira dia harus terbang-terbang kita pukul.
There's something written on the card on this doll. What?
Mau punya merpati kecil, mau robot yang punya kekuatan super. Harus minta izin orang tua kalau mau pelihara binatang, terus harus dirawat baik-baik juga. Kayak Om Cesar ini baik ya. Jadi dia bukan Phantom Whistle. Lagu Nahida aku suka. Lu baru banget pindah dari mobile.
Let's investigate.
Apa sih maksudnya? Ya ampun.
Got it. We're supposed to find the box that lit up at the start, right? There should be another wish list inside. Let's keep trying.
Oh. Yang Ono. Terbang dia. Oh, easy guys. Mana chestnya? Kelewatan gak sih gue? Suka rada buta. Ini apa? Ngikutin lor. Lumayan ngikutin, mungkin bisa dibilang ngikutin sih. Cuma mungkin ada detail-detail yang skip juga. Kayak baju Yelan dapat dari mana tuh baru tahu kemarin pas baca karakter description-nya Yelan di bahasa Indo. Itu kan mouse scroll wheel buat elemental set. Oh.
There's nothing here.
Okay.
Maybe this was a wasted trip.
Ini lagi lihat
This place seems a
apa?
little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room. Aha! If I just move this book, then hopefully, and presto.
Secret passageway.
I'm a magician too.
Ah,
And
ini dia
apparently
chestnya.
Great minds really do think alike. Looks pretty big inside.
Yang jelas Paimon itu mencurigakan. Ya kayaknya wheel gua nggak di set buat, ya ampun, nggak di set buat elemental side. Kita coba
Busted.
Rise.
Step right up.
Ih, woi,
Stay calm. Stay calm.
kalem nih. Capek banget.
Into the wind.
Nggak kena.
And voila.
Paimon sih. Curiga banget tuh Paimon. Ada satu channel teori Genshin namanya Wei. Dia kalau bikin apa? Video tentang teori itu lucu banget. Dan sangat convincing.
Gotcha. Step right up.
Ya, ampun. Udah main di PC aja ngeker nggak lucu. Tolong. Iya, Wei, Cat with Blue Hats. Cuma kalau Cat with Blue Hats dia masih suka ada kayak update apa aja yang ada di version ini gitu-gitu.
Let me check this out for a
Kalau
second while
Wei
you
itu
guys go on
benar-benar
ahead.
kayak
If anyone makes a
teori
major
sebenarnya cocok
discovery,
logi
let's
tapi
rendezvous
sangat
here.
meyakinkan gitu. Kalau World of Teyvat pernah nonton sekali-sekali sih. Ini mana?
The placement of this device.
Take it easy.
Silakan semua tahapan sihir tanpa menapaki. Oke. Tolong. Ya. Berarti udah 3 ya pas ya. Duh, gak suka banget ya yang ini. Nggak harus urut.
One with nature.
Ah, dia nggak mau. Salah ya. Kalian akan nonton gua nyelesain puzzle ini dengan waktu yang cukup lama. Salah dong.
Into the wind.
Jangan-jangan dulu pakai Kazuha bisa itu bug ya? Enak banget. Kenapa sih? Tunggu, gimana ini? Oh, kita ikut jalan ya? Jadi jenius guys. Jenius, ulang juga 4 kali. Live sampai jam 11:30 mungkin. Setengah 12 mungkin.
Butuh serum yang juga. Glutathione ini tuh membuat kulit kita tuh tampil lebih lembut.
Bentar ya guys, ada iklan. Tolong jangan di-emphasize, itu harusnya one try. Sedih.
This looks thick as a brick. Let's take a peek inside it, shall we?
Semuanya harus diklik.
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing so, I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, enthusiastically. I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major. 2 children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own.
Gimana caranya dari selokan tadi kita masuk ada ruangan segede gitu.
Anyway, they said that they wanted me to
Genshin
teach
apa Harry
them how to do
Potter?
magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as the. I told them that learning magic is very hard work. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately,
Lorenzo yang bad mood tadi ya?
but he won't open up to me about it.
Bener dong, lagi banyak pikiran.
Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach them. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented. They have all sorts of fantastic ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them. They wanted to call me master, but with time, I have no doubt that they could become. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that it's nearly
Dua
time
anak
for
itu
me to go
siapa?
on
Lina
tour.
Malinet, bukan ya?
I asked the 2 kids if they'd like to come with me, but they shook their heads. I once overheard them talking about their father. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but they're very tough, but also very cautious. And they trust no one but each other. They hide things from me too. For example, when I asked them where they live and why they wanted to learn magic, they lied. That's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to, I can sense that they're after thinking things over. I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays.
Khotbahin.
Will it do them more harm than good for someone they've only known to P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Children aren't interested in grand philosophy. Oh, Caesar, Caesar.
Oh.
Two magic geniuses with a father and a mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Linny and Lynette. So did they
Benar.
meet Caesar when they were kids?
Time to go.
Linny?
Shh, hold that thought. As I expected,
Fishy? Uh-oh, what have you found?
all in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high altitude
Kalian
escape
voice
is
overnya
performed.
pakai bahasa apa? Bahasa Jepang.
First,
Atau bahasa
the
Inggris?
magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and a short while later, the base automatically opens.
Iya, banyak kan Jepang.
At this point, a dummy will
Tapi Jepang
fall out of the
emang
box.
bagus
when
banget
it
sih,
looks
kayak
real
nonton
enough to grab
anime
the
gitu.
audience's attention, and they start wailing and screaming.
Cuma kayak gue nggak ngerti ceritanya karena kayak
Meanwhile, the
suka
real
nggak
magician, who
ngeliatin
has by
kan.
now blended into the crowd,
Iya.
waits for a good moment to
Saya-
make their appearance and put on a hysterical
Di sini belum download
performance.
yang Jepang sih.
Oh no! Is that
Tapi
me?
emang-
Did I just fall to my death?
Tapi emang bagus banget sih Jepang.
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it. And then what?
Cuma
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician.
Oh,
and
Jepang
by
tuh
the
paling
time
bagus
they
apalagi
realize
di-
what's happened, the dummy has
pas
vanished.
kita lawan
As if
Shoki no
everything
Kami,
that just happened was some sort of shared
bener-bener
illusion.
kayak nonton anime sih.
Of course, that's just how I think the process should work. The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out.
Tapi suara
not the
Nuvilet
dummy.
yang Jepang kok nggak cocok ya? Kayak badannya gede, tapi suaranya kayak
He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house.
kayak siapa? Yang
No
main
one could hope to survive that fall.
di SAO.
Not without a vision, at least. And no one
Iya,
else has
iya.
ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it
Kayak
works is
suaranya
just based on what I could
karakter
gather
kurus
from
gitu,
his
tapi
notes,
padahal dia badannya gede.
relevant
Aneh
gadgets
banget.
here in his
Kalau yang
workshop.
bahasa Inggris terus
So
Cina sama
Caesar's
Korea,
famous high altitude escape
Mandarin.
has never begun, huh?
Inggris Mandarin sama Korea, kayak masih oke gitu, berat-berat
Everyone was
gimana
about
kan,
to say
paling
how
bagus
cool
Inggris.
it would have been to see it in person, but
Jepangnya kayak sayang banget.
if it's that dangerous,
Padahal katanya
it's
terkenal
probably for the best that no one else tries to do it.
si voice actornya.
Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box,
Pernah nonton Kuroko,
where does the real
baca
magician
juga
go?
sampai habis.
How does he get out?
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret of said box.
Cuma udah lama sih, jadi mungkin lupa-lupa juga.
This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance.
Iya, kayak nggak
And it's
berwibawa,
not as
kayak-
simple as it looks. Inside, there's
Kayak
a
main
device that
karakter
only the magician himself
Jepang,
would know
anime
about.
Jepang yang rada labil.
Once the magician's inside and the box
Halo,
is lifted
Shiro.
up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed at a certain angle. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom. But
Pasti
the
yang
back and
rambutnya
the
merah
top
ya?
are now no longer visible.
Pasti
At
Kuroko.
this point, the magician presses a button inside
Benar.
the box, opening a secret door out of view.
Ini
He
paling
then
keren nggak
escapes
sih?
through this trap door onto the opera house roof,
suaranya
waits for the
Akashi.
dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
That's
Levi
way
itu ya?
simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon could probably do it.
Attack on Titan.
Well, there's a little more to
Iya,
it
dia
than
juga
that,
sih.
of course. The hardest part of this trick is controlling the audience's
kayak-
mood and reactions. That takes an
Hiroshi
exceptional
Kamiya.
degree of showmanship. There's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance,
Oh,
the
dia
pompous
ngisi suara Lau
performing.
juga.
Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and
Ya,
nights
kalau
of careful research and
voice actor
painstaking
gitu nggak ada
practice would have gone
istirahat
into
sama
this,
sekali ya.
all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long, but one that still manages to transform the shock and grief of a tragic accident to the joy and laughter of a mesmerizing magic trick. Caesar was a highly accomplished magician, but unfortunately, even he didn't manage to pull it off.
So, how did it go so wrong? You said you found some fishy stuff here. Have you figured out what really happened?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret
Ini
button
belum jadi
positioned
nanya Lini
on the
kalau
right-hand
dia anak
side.
kecilnya bukan.
And sure enough, he
Baca mulu
always
nih,
used
Lini.
his right hand as his dominant hand in public.
Okay. Nothing suspicious there.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe that Caesar, because a magician, can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation at hand. But a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention at will, so as to avoid arousing their suspicion.
Ini ngomong-ngomong
The
voice actor
essence of
Jepang
magic is getting people to
isi
believe
suara
a lie.
Furina bagus banget
If
sih.
even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods
Kayak-
become all the more difficult to mask.
Annoyingnya
And
dapet.
so, Caesar trained himself to use his
Tolong jangan
right
di-hate
hand
karena
to
gue
align
bilang
with his
Furina
audience's
annoying ya.
expectations.
At
Great
this
magic
point of
always
time dia
requires sacrifices.
karakternya gitu. Cuma mungkin pasti ada alasannya kenapa dia gitu sih.
In his most stressful and nerve-wracking moment, exactly.
Kayaknya
I think that's
Fontaine ini
likely to
bakal
happen.
dark gimana gitu ceritanya.
Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then open the secret door and make a swift escape. But I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. He'd barely need to think about what he
Iya
was
kayak
doing.
anak
His
SMP.
muscle memory would guide him through.
Kayak masih puber.
So he opened the compartment,
Kayak
took
gak mau
out the dummy,
disalahin.
checked everything was in order.
Meskipun dia ada
and then
satu
went to
kali
leave.
ngaku salah ya,
With
cuma
his left hand, he
kayak
reached for the
terpaksa
button, and suddenly his heart skipped a beat.
Iya, semoga karakter developernya bagus.
Much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty.
Karena kalau
his
enggak,
mind needed a moment
mungkin
to
dia akan
process
jadi
what was
Arkon
going
pertama
on.
yang
Instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button.
Ini kan
maybe
kayak
for
kalau
another
dibandingin
second
sama
or two,
Nahida ya.
until the bottom of the box gave way.
Nahida tuh kayak
With the
malaikat
stakes
gitu.
being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find nothing suspicious and
Kalau
conclude
ngeliat
that his
Nahida aja tuh
death
kasihan
was
gitu
due
kan.
to his own
Ngeliat
error.
Furina tuh
But in reality,
sekarang tuh
someone
gak ada
switched
kasihan-kasihan.
the boxes, and they did it to murder him. But how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed? That would be difficult to pull off, no?
It would have
Emang
to
sok
have been
ngerti
someone
deh.
who knew that he was left-handed and who could move his props around without arousing suspicion. Someone who was always by his side. Isn't that right, Lorenzo?
Nah, tiba-tiba ada doi di sini.
Just couldn't let sleeping dogs lie, could you?
Nahida best karakter ever
There's not a
sih.
lot of people who'd go to all this
Tapi,
trouble for some magician who
In a
died
sense,
10 years
rada-rada
ago. I didn't want to have to do this.
quote-unquote bodoh juga gitu.
Silencing you the hard way just creates more problems for me to deal with.
Dia bisa menyelesaikan masalah dengan banyak cara, tapi dia selalu pilih cara yang paling ngerugiin dia.
Back
Gitu.
off like the lady, but
Bingung.
you disappoint me.
You mean Gemma? So you are the one who's been threatening her!
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never
Aku
much
sering
of a
mikir
liability.
Paimon ini gunanya apa ya selain jadi tour
You
guide.
never even knew him, but for some reason you just
Hus
wouldn't
buku
drop it.
saat ini.
Which is why you can't leave this
Pilihan
place
sulit ya.
alive. Take them out and make it quick.
Do your worst!
Menurut gue tuh kalau husbando ya, itu ada kategorinya sendiri. Bentar guys, berantem dulu.
Quietly now.
Hey,
Oh, gue kira udah habis.
stand with me!
As one with wind and cloud.
Everyone hold hands!
Kayak kalau husband itu harus ada kategorinya, kayak harus karakter yang tinggi. Ya harus karakter yang tinggi deh. Jadi sebenarnya kalau karakter cowok gue paling suka Kazuha. Tapi Kazuha nggak tinggi, pendek dia. Dia lebih pendek dari Raiden, kan lucu. Jadi mungkin pilihannya akan jatuh ke Al-Haytham lah, meskipun agak mainstream ya. Tapi mungkin pas Ryosley keluar semua akan berubah.
Jealousy. Hatred, more like.
Tapi menurut kalian Ryosley buta gak sih? Kayak di trailer ya kan rada-rada buta gitu ya, kayak ngeraba-raba gelas. Terus matanya kayak abu-abu. Tapi dia baca koran. Apakah korannya dari Braille?
What sort of fool devotes their life to the art of deception and never has a Mora to show for it? But the people loved him, didn't they? Oh, how they looked up to him. No one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't he?" Amazing.
Jadi Lorenzo-nya Phantom Weasel.
He was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and he forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their
Fontaine asli banyak banget bunuh-bunuhan orang aslinya.
He hated more than that. And with his reputation in Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, it would expose me, and it would destroy me.
Kayak fierce gitu.
There was no other way. He had to go.
Yang jelek dari Al-Haytham itu bajunya. Dia tuh kayak pakai singlet. Atau apa? Kayak kutang yang buat nge-gym gitu. Kayak ketat-ketat gitu. Aneh, nggak perlu kelihatan six pack, tapi kayak build gitu.
For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
In love with Gemma? Don't be ridiculous.
Ih, cinta segitiga.
Guess I was wrong about that then. Next question. Are you the Phantom Weasel?
Lucu deh, air matanya kagak HD. Ada blurnya dikit.
He insisted that his way was the right way. That the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy to the world. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value.
Oh yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people that...
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I've only ever targeted high-value items. I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they then dubbed the Phantom Weasel.
So, that's the story, huh? Well, I hope you're ready to tell it all over again.
What choice do I have? So be it.
Very well. Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorette.
Mantul. Sengaja ngomong ya.
At least I can find.
Tidak diguna. Furina Arkon baru. Iya, masih muda dia, makanya nggak ngerti itu ngerekrut anak SMP. Anak SMP direkrut. Tapi ya barunya juga udah 500 tahun gitu kan ya. Kalau Zhongli sama Fenty kan udah 2000. Nah, Hida tuh kayak baru dari tahun 1500-an gitu kan.
Lily has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar and to framing him for the Phantom Weasel's crimes?
Look who's finally developed a con. What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it, because there'll be hell to pay.
What should we do next, Lenny? Should we start preparing for your show?
Let me think. Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With
Good point. We should go tell
No more free coffee.
Ah, you're back. You were so quick.
Nggak ada
I've only
emosi.
just finished my third dessert.
Your third? Lynette, come on, we've talked about this. Everything in moderation. You're not gonna have any room left for dinner now.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point.
Kok bawa sama Lynette?
Well,
Lucu.
it's done now. But try to eat a more balanced diet in the future.
Point taken.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us. The guards are taking him into custody as we speak.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry, I still didn't know if I could trust you, but now it seems I can. I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but
Lucu banget emang Lynette.
It's okay. We
Energy
understand.
saving mode.
He did threaten you. My mom would find it hard to trust strangers in your position
Ya
too.
kak, Primo game sendiri aja susah.
You don't need to be scared anymore. Everything's
Gimana
gonna
mau
be okay.
giveaway?
sorry. Sorry. My emotions are all over the place right now. I've been waiting for this day to come for so long. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I had people
Tapi
watching me
Genshin
all the time.
NPC-nya lumayan
So I couldn't risk
oke
looking
desainnya
into
sekarang.
it.
Nggak kayak expressionless dan kostumnya sama semua.
I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something
dulu di
terrible to me.
Desert.
And then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave.
Masa quest jet yang
So I never had the courage to speak out.
butuh
Thank you all.
ngerjainnya kayak
Truly.
ada 3-4
Thank you
versi
so
kali gue baru
much.
kelar. Masa jetnya kayak Eremites biasa begitu? Kalau dia penting sekali. Sumeru tuh bikin stresnya tuh kayak
Thank you all for clearing
isinya
Caesar's
pasir
name.
kuning semua, nggak ada
I never would have
hijaunya.
guessed that Lorenzo was the real
Terus di
Phantom
bawah tanah
Weasel.
juga coklat
He
semua,
never showed
nggak ada
any signs that
hijaunya.
there were problems between him and Caesar in public.
Nggak ada
From
map
the
lagi.
outside, it looked like they got along great. To think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time, while Caesar's name was getting dragged through the mud.
Iya.
It's a
Yang
travesty.
bocil.
At least his soul can finally rest
Lucu
in
sih
peace
Glee,
now,
coba dia berguna.
thanks to your efforts.
If only I'd realized before it was too late.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
Bener sih, NPC gurun pas
You still
berantem
have
ikut
the
berantem.
rest of your life to live.
Dan
Caesar
dan
wouldn't wanna
bener
see you
ada damage
spilling
gitu,
and
bukan
feeling
yang
guilty.
kayak 200. HP musuhnya 20.000 dia,
Cheer up,
mukul
Gemma.
200.
My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. Would you like to come along? It might raise your spirits.
Lina
This show will
ngomong,
be a special one. We're holding it in Caesar's honor.
oke lah. Tapi kayak expression
Caesar's honor. Really? Oh, thank you. I'll be there.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler, Paimon, don't be late.
Don't worry.
Kita
we'll
jadi
be
nonton
there.
ini
No
lagi.
way are we gonna miss out
Ntar
on
mati
free
lagi
magic.
orang.
Wait. Paimon feels like we're
nggak
forgetting
ikut?
something.
Ikut
Oh
nih.
yeah, Caesar's diary.
Panjang juga, kapan dapet primo game-nya nih? Besoknya ya? Sama sekali. daily quest apa ya? Kalian commission saat kemana? Ke satu daerah doang atau random? Oh iya, gue belum commission. Di mana hari ini? Oh. Aduh. Balon udara. Oh, yang barang bawaan lagi dijarah. Iya.
Take it easy.
Rumor mengatakan bahwa kalau kita ngeset commission ke random, bakal lebih gampang dapet yang ada achievement. Buset, jalan kaki sama bego. Dan sejauh ini gue oke sih. I mean, random lumayan membantu buat achievement dari yang daily quest. Kayak misalnya kayak yang Snash Naya ini, yang Snash Naya ini mana ya? Ini pas di Mostat gak dapet. Tapi pas ngambil random, entah kenapa dia keluar terus. Terus ini juga kemarin udah dapat sekali, terus tinggal nunggu 2 kali lagi.
Take it easy.
Iya, kalau dicari kayaknya susah deh. Harus pasrah. Ini coba aja sekali-sekali di random berapa lama gitu. Putar sih, asal nggak dapet suruh nganter balon udara. Ya nggak apa-apa deh. Ada balon udara hari ini, mas banget.
Take it easy.
Kalian merasa ini aneh nggak sih? Kayak nonton opera, teater, tapi bangkunya kayak Premier 21. Sepi banget, nggak ada tepuk tangannya ini mah. Tiba-tiba rame.
Everyone's excited to see another of Linny's magic shows. Wait, Lynette, shouldn't you be on stage by now?
Not this time. My brother's going solo today. So I'll be watching the
Solo
game.
Lynette digaji gak ya?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope
Robert
everybody's
Houdin.
ready because the show
Houdin.
is about
Houdin
to
E.
begin.
Bener sih.
The great magician
Tapi kan
Lady
kayak
has prepared a
nggak real ya.
spectacular show for us all tonight.
Opera kan kayak ada tribun sana, ada
Thank
tribun
you all
sini,
so
ada yang
much
di
for coming.
samping gitu kan.
Now, prepare to join me on a journey through the mystical and miraculous.
Ini kayak premier. Pas banget lagunya Lini. Gue kira dari game.
It reminds me of him.
No wonder. Caesar was a
Iya kan
famous magician
satu
too.
fonten nggak muat di sini.
How did you two first meet, Gemma?
Ini muat berapa orang?
Well,
Sebaris
I was out on the street once and I
segini
saw him
4.
performing for little
Ini
children.
ada 5 tingkat gitu, 5
Children love
tingkat.
magic because they're willing to
Matinya
believe in
sampai
things that can't be rationally explained. Caesar had this amazing way of bringing them into a dreamlike world. And somehow,
Tapi 100-an doang.
I felt drawn to him too.
Aw, that sounds so romantic. What trick did he do?
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head.
Lihat aja.
I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that.
Oh, that's so cute.
Is that right? then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him. After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might be gone.
That's right. It's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
See? Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel...
Lah, bukan Phantom Weaselnya Lorenzo tadi.
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
As Linny once said, a performer's job is to commit fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. The spotlight is no place for someone with no more cards up their sleeve. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this riddle.
Aku pun bingung, Paimon.
doesn't like where this is going. Come on, say something.
Kita kan pengacara ya, nggak boleh bingung.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the performance so far. There will now be a brief
Kenapa dia yang
after
Phantom
which
Weasel?
Linny will perform the most electrifying act of
Fontaine
tonight's
selalu itu
show,
deh,
the
belakangan.
one we've all
So
been
far,
waiting for. The final performance
selalu
will take
plot
place
twist.
outside of the opera house, so please make your way outside
Aku
in a
tidak siap.
calm and
Tuh
orderly
ini ada 1,
fashion.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 kali 4.
Phantom Weasel never did like
28.
public places,
Kali 4.
did they?
100.
Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's talk
Jadi
somewhere
dia
else for now.
beneran cinta sama Cesare nggak? Semuanya kedok. Lucu banget. Jujur gue bukan tim yang benci Paimon sih, dan gue Paimon kadang-kadang lucu. Meskipun suaranya annoying ya, tapi
so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood.
Kayak cute.
This is a big mistake for a magician to make, but thankfully I do have a backup plan. Now, who wants to hear a story?
Paimon paling suka ngewoy-woyin orang.
Being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago. Oh, what the heck's going on?
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask.
Jadi Lini tahu.
And as it happens, the story I'm about to tell might answer a few of them.
Really?
Event Fontaine yang sekarang sisa berapa hari ya?
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine.
Biasanya kan 2 minggu.
She never missed a
Masih
target,
seminggu lebih harusnya.
never left a
Seminggu lah.
trace, and no
7 harian.
treasure was safe from her thieving
Tapi ntar kita
hands.
cek.
But as her infamy grew,
Iya, Paimon
so
apa?
did the readiness of the police, and her
Paimon nama itu
opportunities
dagelan
to act
Deivat.
became ever fewer. Every day she
Tinggal
ran the
nunggu
risk of
tinggal
being
nunggu aja
exposed
sih
for
dari
who
Fontaine
she
yang
was.
dagelan siapa.
Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and
Tiap
before
region
long
kan
she
ada
found
dagelannya
her
kan.
ticket to freedom. She would create a scapegoat, a false weasel to close the chapter on her behalf. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for people to buy the story when the truth came out.
So then what?
Being the master deceiver she was, the weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless
Jahat banget.
But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation.
Sulap di Fontaine
Two
nih.
co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
Sulap di Fontaine ini nggak ada save-save-nya. apa ya kayak masa orangnya mati mulu jatuh karena main sulap kayak jahat banget sih. Jadi dia dong the real culprit.
You're both exceptional storytellers.
Jadi selama ini dia pura-pura sedih doang.
Wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this, pulling the strings.
Emang nggak punya ijazah hukum suruh jadi pengacara gimana?
You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale. What's brought this on, Linny? Is it something that Lorenzo said?
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the weasel, and in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming with his confession, as if there was something else he was trying to hide.
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And I have no doubt that you, Gemma, are equally talented in this regard. With a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, whose devotion to her betrothed is unshakable, even under threats of violence. Caesar was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise? No, not that poor lady. Oh, perish the thought.
Hati-hati sih nyari cewek.
So you mean
Kayak pesan moralnya itu, hati-hati nyari cewek.
Gemma and Lorenzo were both in on it? But why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why didn't he sell her out even at the end instead of admitting to being the weasel himself?
Yes, why indeed?
Kalau target
Maybe
pasti
Gemma
ada, tapi ya
herself could enlighten us on that question.
take it slow aja sih.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in your version of events, then I think
Nggak
the
yang
answer
harus
should be obvious.
1000
Having
gitu
killed
by
Caesar
misalnya
with his own
Desember.
hands,
Kalau
Lorenzo was
bisa ya,
plagued by overwhelming
syukur.
guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true
Kalau enggak
identity
ya,
would serve no purpose. But
tetap diusahakan.
if the weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved ones.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting.
Ya,
As a matter of
Culas
fact,
banget,
there's one
culas.
thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just
Aminin
telling
aja deh,
stories
amin.
here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real weasel must have had a
Pada main
terrible
Twitch juga nggak?
childhood. Left to fend for herself after her parents died young. Betrayed, scorned, beaten. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen.
ya Twitch di Indo
She'd so ugly
agak
ragdoll from
sepi,
whatever
aku
scrap
lihat.
material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in
Sepi banget
life.
sih di Twitch Indo.
But it was all she needed. And she was content. Until the world decided that even this was too good for her. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a
Emang benar ya,
mired
berarti
pit
kayak
that
orang
dragged
jahat
her
itu
further
hanyalah
down the
orang
more
baik
she
yang
struggled to
disakiti.
escape. At that tender age, she should have been happy. Instead, she stood in the shadows and watched with envy as all good things in the world passed her by. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. Thoughts which festered and grew into a twisted solution to her troubles. I detest the happiness of others. In
Tapi
all
Twitch
its
tuh
forms
saking
alike.
sepinya kayak
I
siang-siang
will
kan
rob
banyak
them of
juga tuh yang nge-stream
everything they hold
siang-siang
to
ya.
be good and true. And it will fill the void
Kayak
in my soul.
viewernya cuma
That's some pretty
1-2
heavy
gitu.
stuff.
Padahal ya
Now
nggak
it
banyak
all
juga
makes sense.
streamernya.
Does this story satisfy you, Linny?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
Iya, tadi dia bilang aja kan. Tadinya harusnya dia bahagia.
Huh. That's right. What
Ma,
drove you to write that
capek
letter,
gitu ya
Gemma?
hidup susah.
What were you trying to achieve there? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel
Itu
would be
cuma lebih
consigned
buat
to the
barat
history
sih.
books by now. But it seems like someone still wasn't ready to let her finally be at peace. Linny. Or should I call you the Phantom Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter
Ini
outside the
apalagi
opera
sih?
house. But why?
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever. Well, no need for me to be coy about it. Our goal was to clear Caesar's name.
Oh, karena dia muridnya Caesar kan. Oh,
The
Caesar
most
namanya bukan
straightforward way to
Caesar.
change the public's impression of Caesar
Campur-campur
was to
sama
force the
webtoon.
weasel to show themselves.
That's it? You had no other agenda?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear, just as you did to me 10 years ago.
10 years ago? You mean Caesar's death? You met him? Wait. Oh, I get it.
Dua bocah menyebalkan.
You were those two obnoxious kids.
Terdengar seperti Paimon dan
It's been
Paimon.
so long, and you're all
Oh,
grown
bukan.
up
Paimon
now.
dan Furina.
I didn't recognize you. He taught you magic back then, didn't he? For what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble. Why? Because you feel like you still owe him something?
We remember all our debts, however great or small. 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds and his legacy was thrown out. 10 years on, and no one cares what the truth is anymore. But we did not forget, and so we came to find you.
And? What exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing, as you can see. Lorenzo has admitted to everything. I'm free.
Free? Do you really think so? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies and falsehoods, we must find our own truth. I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value, fervent hopes and dreams, and irreplaceable people. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night, stealing became your way of numbing the pain.
What are you trying to say?
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you fell back to Lorenzo for a second. He murdered his own master, played along with your act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion he knew who you were and the things you'd done. And despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. He's the reason that you haven't felt the compulsion to steal in all these years. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. So I think you know, deep down, that he is the only truth, but that truth is gone now. And I guarantee you, you'll never see it again.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your freedom will cost you dearly.
Agak paham sih karena dia
From
bilang
now
dua
on,
bocah
you'll
menyebalkan.
be all alone in a world full of lies and falsehoods.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing. I'm sure you're all wondering.
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very trick that led to his fatal fall. So we have now learned that Caesar was wrongly.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Traveler, Paimon,
Amanah
I
Lini gak
hope
akan
you enjoy the rest of the
meninggoy.
show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight, but you alone are my true.
Membuat lengan kembali lagi. Mega Sale 11
Lenny, wait.
Jadi kan
You two hid a lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone. One day, you'll end up exactly where I am today. Maybe then
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
So, what are we, doing now?
Udahan, Paimon.
Like Lenny said, when you're ready, let's head outside and watch the show.
But what about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like...
Alright, well...
Tempat biasa tuh apa depan rumahnya mereka. Dari luar.
Take it easy.
Wow.
Magic should be
cutscene yang ini.
mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
Lucu. Lucu Linet.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Look! Behold! Lenny is sealed inside the box. Will he manage to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Gak mungkin mati kan? Ini kan playable karakter. Apa maksud semua ini?
Mysterious.
Genshin makin jago deh bikin cutscene.
And logic defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Jadi kembang dia.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next...
Ya Honkai gue gak main tapi gue lihat.
How could he possibly have done
Lihat
that?
apa? Cutscene-nya yang
I didn't blink once.
story yang
He just
terakhir.
vanished
Terakhir apa yang
right in
sebelum
front of
ini?
my
Ya?
eyes. What a heart
Siapa mati? Yang kita main dari awal. Video mati.
Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician
Simpel.
Lenny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf.
Terus kayak Honkai ceritanya kayak lebih heboh gitu ya. Kayak banyak.
It will make a
Iya,
great headline
tinggalin
for the Steamberg
kretek.
tomorrow, even if I do say so myself.
Terus tiba-tiba Danhong jadi apa tahu? Jadi ganteng. padahal tiap apa? Pas gue main Honkai kayak selalu gue keluarin dari party.
Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, where is that? Oh, yep, yeah, that's probably it. Alright, let's go look.
Dan Hong jadi naga terus jadi karakter baru yang beda tuh. Berarti bisa mainin 2 tipe Dan Hong. Dan Hong yang cupu dan Dan Hong yang naga. Konsepnya menarik. Coba kita bisa mainin Raiden biasa sama Raiden yang apa? Yang di domain. Pasti luar biasa. Atau mainin Wanderer sama mainin Scaramouche gitu. Tapi kalau kayak gitu mereka enak ya, desain karakternya sekali aja. Nggak usah bikin karakter baru, story baru.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes
Hi, Julius.
I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments. Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on?
Panjang bener ya lini punya itu story.
Did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's workshop.
After I joined the House of the Hearth, to be honest, Lynette and I had an agenda when we
Kalau
approached
ngerjain ininya story-nya Lini dulu, baru ngerjain Archon Quest, kau spoiler dong ya? Nggak asik.
I told you about my past before, remember? As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning, but I quickly realized that observation alone could only get me so far. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand, hone my misdirection skills, and make niftier props. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves.
Jadi ringkasan cerita Lini intinya mereka mau cari namanya.
We quickly plateaued.
Oh, intinya ada orang namanya Caesar.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Yes.
Yang 10 tahun lalu mati. Caesar ini dituduh sebagai Phantom Weasel. Tapi
in all, we only spent 10 short days together, but he was
di
very
masa
good to us.
sekarang Phantom Weaselnya tiba-tiba posting poster, gue bakal nyolong barang ini hari ini gitu. Kayak Kaito Kid gitu deh. Terus bingung kan, ini siapa Phantom Weasel? Orang Phantom Weaselnya mati gitu. Terus mereka udah selidikin, ternyata Phantom Weaselnya itu adalah pacarnya si Caesar. Terus ternyata Lini itu murid Caesar yang waktu kecil. Pas kecil dia jadi muridnya Caesar. Si Lini mau cari tahu siapa Phantom Weasel yang sebenarnya, makanya dia yang ngepost si poster itu, poster yang kayak
Still worried about the way I feel? You really are a gentle soul, aren't you? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me.
Mungkin gue oversimplify things.
After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next we heard of him was that he'd fallen to his death.
Awalnya agak bosen, tapi begitu mulai si tadi yang Lorenzo ketangkep, itu mulai seru sih, mulai ada plot twistnya. Caesar mati gara-gara dibunuh sama muridnya. Dan muridnya itu, jadi kan Caesar punya pacar, terus Caesar punya murid. Pacar ini jahat. Nah, pacarnya ini cuma mau manfaatin Caesar. Tapi gimana cara manfaatin Caesar? Dia manfaatin muridnya Caesar karena muridnya Caesar nggak suka sama bosnya, sama gurunya. Jadi dia manfaatin muridnya biar muridnya bunuh si bosnya. Terus berhasil, terus mati Caesarnya. Matinya jatuh pas ngelakuin trik sulap.
We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during
Ya,
our
ini
journey
kayak plot
too.
twistnya
But whatever happens,
3 kali.
Paimon always believes in what tomorrow brings. Delicious food,
Lebih banyak plot twist di sini daripada di Archon
traveler
Quest.
by my side. Paimon just needs to focus on things like this, and all the unhappy stuff goes
Bagus
right
sih
out the
ceritanya.
window.
Cuma so far
You know, traveler,
story quest
doesn't that kind of
karakter
make you
bintang 5
Paimon's truth?
paling bagus masih
Exactly.
Yoimiya sih.
It's the same for me and Lynette.
Yoimiya yang paling epic sih.
We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma.
Terus pacarnya
But
Caesar
at least it
pacaran
left us
sama
with each
muridnya.
other.
Iya, jadi Caesar tuh
That's what gave us the
muridnya
strength to
Caesar
get through
suka
the
sama
darkest days.
pacarnya Caesar.
That's why the darkness
Terus
never consumed me
dimanfaatin
and why it
gitu.
never will.
Jadi bisa
Maybe we live in the
dimanfaatin
shadows
karena kan
too, but
si
we remember
pacarnya
every
tahu kalau
precious ray of light that shines through.
muridnya Caesar suka sama dia. Jadi kayak gitulah
Alright.
tipikal cewek toksik.
Time to lighten this conversation up a little.
Jadi
Someone
tadi
baru aja
What did you think
donasi
of the show tonight?
25.000
Were you happy
buat
with it?
beli cemilan selesain questnya.
Just
Makasih,
wishes we hadn't
Kakak.
been so distracted with the Gemma situation.
Wow, pertama kali dapat saweran terharu.
Just talking and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show.
Halo Papa Zeva.
Winnie, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid. The show's just finished, so my sleeves are decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of something. The living Paimon knows can do anything if he puts his mind to it.
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but only because it's you. Watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing
Halo,
in your
Kak.
hand. We ain't going along with
Harusnya sih
that.
rata-rata baru ya. Karena
My
emang ini
goodness,
baru
you're
stream
right.
yang kedua kali.
But I could have sworn I brought
Dan yang
one
pertama
here with
sepi.
me.
Cuma ada Kak Wowoy.
Okay, try this. Count down with me.
Aman.
3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Now, have another look around. Maybe the flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see. Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the last time, right? This one's called, oh yeah, a rainbow rose. But more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done. Please, Linny, pretty please!
Well, if you
Paimon
want to
mau
learn
diajarin emang
magic,
bisa.
you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Fine. Please, teacher, please!
Since you asked
Kadang
so
cute, kadang
nicely,
kayak anak dajal.
I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic
Boleh,
cannot
boleh, add
solely
aja
rely on
UID-nya.
others being prepared to reveal their
Nggak punya banyak
secrets.
teman kok.
You have to observe, think, and find the answers for
Cuma bisa
yourself.
makan teriak-teriak terbang nggak mau jalan.
Ah, look at the time. We shouldn't linger here too long. Thanks again for coming to see my show. I
Yang
bid
Jepang
you
kayak apa
both
sih suara
good
Paimon? Ntar
night.
coba.
I look forward
Ini
to
gimana
seeing
cara
you
bikin dia
again.
ngomong ya?
Alright, fine. See ya. Shall we head back down too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird.
Emang
Let's head to the
Kak
Steambird's
Julius pernah
office
lihat Paimon
tomorrow
jalan
and
kaki?
see what we can find out.
Dapat kembang. Hah, belum habis juga. Wah, buset. Belum habis juga, guys. Keren. Streamer lain lumayan suka nonton juga, tapi cuma 2 sih, cuma Suli sama Kokober. Oh iya. Au au. Lah salah jalan guys, jalan kaki sampai dodol. Sulai. Cuma itu 2 sih, nonton itu 2 doang. Dan mereka cukup lumayan sering juga sih live-nya. Kokober juga kadang di Twitch kan.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today. I'm afraid we'll have to decline this interview.
Oke Kak, nanti aku lihat.
Oh, please, Linny.
Dan
I
gue
want to take a
accept,
moment of your
ngedate
time.
doang.
If you would be so kind.
Huh? What's happening here?
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and I was going to go to print this morning. But just as dawn broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée, Gemma, had
Oh.
contacted the guards.
Dia
and
ngaku
confessed to
sendiri.
having been-
That was quick.
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some catching up to
Susnya
do.
kenapa susnya?
Please, fill me
Kenapa
in.
bersus?
Whoops. Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide. Gemma turning herself in must have something to do with Lenny's performance last night.
Maybe watching my high-altitude escape trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she could no longer ignore the voice of her conscience.
Huh. Okay,
Jadi
then.
ternyata Gemma masih orang
Wait,
baik, guys.
no, there must be more to it. If that's all it took for her to have a change of heart, how did it take her 10 whole years?
Well...
Oh, I remember now. You and
Harus
Gemma
manggil
were nowhere
Saino
to be
kalau
found
mau
after the
ngalihin
show.
Charlotte.
What happened between you? Quickfire question. Where did you all go after the show? Oh, we went to the cemetery and Lenny did a private magic trick just for us. Actually, glad you mentioned it, because that reminds Paimon, guess what?
Paimon apa sih?
I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself. Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you than your own sister?
No, I just...
Oh, sus, iya. Tapi kan dia ada label ya.
What now?
Udah
Did
disclaimer.
Paimon say something wrong again? This is getting pretty awkward. What do we do, Traveler? Seems like this interview wasn't meant to
Coba
be.
Linet.
Never mind. There's always next time. Forgive my persistence.
Iya, meskipun
but
dia
when
nggak
there's
ngaku ya.
explosive news waiting to be found, I
Tiap kali
can't
dituduh
turn
dia
away.
nggak ngaku.
The news about Gemma has already made waves, and I'll
Iya,
stop
ntar
at nothing to
dia
get to
lihat
the bottom
lagi.
of it all.
Canda bangsul.
Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. There's
Tapi gue
clearly a
salutnya
web
ya,
of
dia tuh
complicated
bisa
relationships there.
ngomong terus
Can't
gitu.
blame me for being curious.
Ada aja idenya.
Alright, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace. Bye for now. Lynette?
Don't worry, I wasn't angry. I was just trying to distract her.
Oh, really?
Iya lucu, mereka kembar kan ternyata ya.
goodness, you
Dikira kayak
scared
beda berapa
Paimon there.
tahun.
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both. At least it did the job, right?
Halo, triple.
Please, take
Triple W.
good care of that rainbow rose. I'd be
Triple.
really upset if you lost it.
Mantap, 60 primo game. VA Inggrisnya Linet enak, bener kayak sesuai karakter banget. Ini loh kapan kelar sih? Dia tadi mana ya? Oh ini. Colak artefak susah sih. Tunggu, kita dapat yang berarti nggak tadi? Kenapa salah buka mulu sih? Tadi dapat IR. Enggak deh. Kebanyakan sampahnya, guys.
Take it easy.
Kita habiskan resin kita. Iya, belum daily. Daily. Tangguhan ini kalau nggak salah itu ya, udah achievement ya. Dia Ichiban. Taste of home. Oke. Oke, suspicious dish guys. Aku baru baca. Gimana sih cara bikin suspicious dish? How to make suspicious. Tadi kenapa? Oh, the gray section. The gray itu tapi. Nggak punya Ayato, nggak punya Hutao. Nggak ada karakter lain. Oke, mungkin jangan sate. Ini termasuk suspicious dish ya, kalau ada suspiciousnya. Kayaknya iya. Oke. Maklum guys, jarang masak. Tangwen. Iya, nyari achievement. Kebetulan dapat, jadi sekalian bisa ditunjukin. Jadi kalau tangwen guys, kasih suspicious dish. Dapat ini udah berkali-kali padahal, cuma nggak pernah tahu. Paimon nih. Ya. Tapi katanya abis ini belum. Nggak bisa kasih. Tadi mana monster hash brown? Kok nggak ada? Oke, kita Google lagi. Oh, oke.
Take it easy.
Salah pencet pula. Oke.
Good roll. All right, maybe I'll take one more day off and knock out the rest of the work once I'm feeling up to it.
Harus ini kah? Black bag purchase tuh. Capek banget bolak-balik masak doang. Ini kompor di sini, Tuhan. Black bag. Ini. Oke. Tadi tulisannya masak lagi deh. Dia spesial, bukan suspicious. Kira kayak kompor cuma ada di sana. Capek banget hidup. Biasa jalan lihatnya di depan doang. Oh iya, bisa. Salah nggak? Jangan bilang salah lagi. Iya, dia bilang aneh sih, tapi dia nggak bilang nggak enak. Harusnya dibilang nggak enak.
What's my first step in becoming an outstanding adventurer?
Kayak salah ya? Ya.
What other monumental changes could be lying just around the corner?
Menyedihkan. Cuma 3 item, mora meat, cured pork, dry hot pot sama goulash. Salah.
Take it easy.
Salah. Ya ampun, ganti party aja lama bener. Ngalangin dah. Melek sekali.
Born of ice and frost.
Nyangkut gak nih? Ya ampun.
Stabilize.
Let's light it up.
Tiba ngelek.
Nice and spicy. Access denied.
Ngelek ke PC-nya. Iya, pakai hard disk. Kemarin sempet lama, terus pindahin SSD, terus kayak nggak merasa ada perubahan yang signifikan. Terus ya udah ganti ke hard disk lagi. Kok nggak mati dia? Hebat. Kita meledak aja mati. Iya, masih habis daily off sih.
This is order.
Access denied.
Digebukin gorila. Nggak mati deh. Cuma SSD-nya belum upgrade ke yang gedean.
We're way
Jadi kayak
behind schedule.
Genshin ngambil 80 giga kan. Iya sih, Tangwon. Seenggaknya Tangwon masih suka keluar sih kalau salah ngelakuin yang Snatch Naya yang reliable helper itu kayak setahun lagi baru dapat kali. Iya, SSD-nya buat cek. Kita amini saja besok dapat Tangwon lagi. Atau enggak Tales of Winter gitu.
It's my lucky day.
Let's light it up.
There's more. Ha! Let's get down to business. To the ferry.
Born of ice and frost.
To the ferry.
Aduh, lawan anjing ya. Ya kayaknya harus gitu deh. Apalagi ntar mungkin Natlan keluar, terus Nesnaya keluar, 200 giga kali.
Next on the agenda.
Gede banget Genshin. Gimana sih?
Solidify. I will have order.
Jauh sekali deh Miss Zhongli nih. Biar heboh. Iya, apa? Dan Le Zone Zero. Kayak keren. Semoga bukan turn base. Kelar guys. Kita ambil dulu.
Next on the agenda.
Nice deh kalau action RPG. Bone of Life ini mungkin ntar banyak karakter yang bisa pakai ya. Karakter-karakter Fontaine.
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing today's commission.
Triple Z itu kapan sih?
Ad
Bulan
Astra
apa?
Abisask.
Belum. Kemarin pas di Gamescom, pas nonton Gamescom cuma lihat sedikit doang sih. Mana sih ini? Apakah kita sudah masak hari ini? Duh, 30. Apa yang bisa dinaikin? Kita coba nonton deh Triple Z. Oke, udahan dulu guys. Thank you banget yang udah nonton dan menemani sepanjang stream ini. Sorry awkward, gak biasa. Oke, see you di kesempatan lain. Gue belum ada jadwal karena ya kerja juga. Ya, halo. Bye.
Exactly, but none of them believed me.
You're right.
It's so nice to